Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TLEV Horror for a new breed of horror fans. Of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Josue.
And I'm Mr. E.
And today we are bringing back old school.
With
a little bit of an update. So, we used to do these kind of videos, and we want to bring them back with the most disappointing facts that we've had, because now we've been doing horror for, what, 7, 8 years now?
Yeah.
It's been a while, so there's always some positive, and there's always some negatives, right?
Yeah,
Pros and cons.
Exactly, that's just life.
That's life. So we are going to, for this video, talk about the top 5 most disappointing mazes of all time. So this is going back all the way from when we started going, 2013 to 2019. So
we're gonna get some hate.
We might. We're gonna be honest. We're gonna be talking about all the different events that we've gone to, which includes, but not limited to, Universal Studios Hollywood, Six Flags Fright Fest, and we are also talking Not Scary Farm.
Not Scary Farm.
LA Haunted Hayride, Horror Made Here, and Queen Mary Dark Harbor.
And with the kind of like the bringing back of these videos, we also have to bring back, which was our favorite thing to say, at least my favorite thing to say. Again, these are all our opinions.
That's right.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. These are just ours.
That's right.
So,
and if you want to see more videos like this, punch that like button and hit that subscribe button. Hit that little notification bell on the side as well
to be notified.
On TLEV Horror. So, without further ado, let's start with number 5 on this list.
So my number 5 goes to Intrepid in Dark Harbor.
Which year?
Well, I mean, hasn't it been the exact same thing?
Wow!
I'm pretty sure it has stayed the same since we started going to Dark Harbor.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know,
right now, that's what I'm feeling right now.
My problem with
you don't
the
like
maze-
John Cook's adaptation, because remember, Intrepid's existed before John Cook, and when he came for 2018, so you're saying the 2018 and 2019 versions you don't like.
Am I getting Intrepid mixed up right
John Cook can bench press you.
Yeah, that's right, you can't.
We met the man. The dude's jacked.
He is.
He's a big
He
guy.
is very jacked.
Yeah.
Shout
Wait,
out
hold
John
on. Is
Cook.
Intrepid the one with the train?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I got it right. It's that one.
Come get the smoke, John.
Sean, I'm ready. Look, it doesn't seem different. It's the exact same thing. You go
Okay.
through the train. Not much is happening in the train. Go through the little area with the people just sitting down in the church. Not scary whatsoever. They just turn their heads. Okay, ooh, I'm scared. I'm sorry. I think what I was disappointed is we didn't see. It's not the captain. What's his name again?
Oh, Iron Master.
Iron Master. We see him once. Once.
But he told us to go get some mac and cheese. That was awesome.
Islands. Go get
Awesome.
some mac and cheese.
Yeah, get mac and cheese. Yeah, that scared the crap out of me. That's for damn sure. Yeah, no, I was disappointed. I wish to see the Iron Master a lot more. I wanted a little more spook, you know? Not enough spook for me.
More bang for your spooky butt.
Well, in the spirit of things repeating themselves exactly the same, my number 5 on this list has to go to none other than Alien vs. Predator 2014-2015 at Halloween Horror
you're
Nights
counting
Universal
both.
Studios. Oh yeah, because it was the same maze. Right?
I would have considered the second one a completely different maze, but
Yeah, but what I'm thinking in terms of hindsight, a lot of the scares that I thought were so cool about Alien vs. Predator have been done to death in every single year that we've gone. The lunging from both sides, the slap on the mirror where what was it called? Face huggers. Yeah.
Face hugger, yeah.
And then having all the different actors that are supposed to be traumatized from the incident, help me. I will say the best part of both years was seeing the Queen alien, the Queen.
That was pretty cool.
That was awesome. But in terms of everything else, nothing really exceptional about this maze whatsoever, other than really, really cool entrance when you're entering the spaceship and the Queen Xenomorph. And so that's why when it has those perks, it's really hard for me to give it anything more than just 5th place. So.
Yeah. Okay, so my 5th place, I'm going to take it away from from Horror Nights.
Ooh.
We're gonna travel over to Not Scary Farm.
Oh, okay.
My top 5 my number 5 most disappointing maze of all time goes to Shadowlands last year.
2019.
So,
Okay.
2019 Shadowlands, it was your year to say goodbye, but you kind of went out on a sour note for us. Not only did we get bombarded with, excuse me, sir, you cannot film in here. Excuse me, sir, you cannot film in here. Excuse me, sir. But I get it. They're just doing their jobs. Communication wasn't there.
Yeah.
But also just some of the scares.
Yeah.
Either some of the scares refused to jump out to us, or just we missed it by that much, and just we went through, I think maybe once or twice, and pretty much got no scares, and I mean that was it.
And that could be because we were filming, and they thought, oh, that's just not fair to go after.
True.
Because they have the bright light on. But I think, what we were really upset about is we talked to Nos before.
Yeah.
It was okay to use the light. They said it's good to go.
We were there on the media day.
Yeah.
And so we were not nearly the only person filming, right? There was a whole group of us going through these different mazes. We had written to Knots to make sure to see if we can bring the light.
Right.
They said that was perfectly fine. They would communicate it. They didn't. It was simple as that. In the maze, we were stopped so many times to turn off the light, but we had the permission. So once we showed the email that there was permission that we can continue, it just threw off the whole
Right,
event.
and like the reason why I put Shadowlands at 5 is because, again, this happened a lot throughout that night of the event. But for some reason at Shadowlands it was like the worst. Because other times it was like, okay, let them know.
I don't know, Waxworks was pretty bad.
But they stopped us a few times in Waxworks and then it was fine. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
got like super mad at us or anything like that. It was okay. But for some reason everybody in Shadowlands was like, no.
Yeah.
So that's why it comes in at number 5.
Okay. So, continuing with Halloween Horror Nights, mainly because this is where we have the most experience is at HHN, so that's why. So it's not necessarily that we're attacking one theme park, it's just that we've gone there so many years, there's a lot more to choose from when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights than, say, Not Scary Farm, where there's only been like 4 mazes that have changed since we started going.
The old stuff.
So, exactly, the old stomping ground, and I'm going to bring it back to the really old stomping grounds and put 2014's Face Off in the flesh. That's right, it was on our original most disappointing list, and it continues onto this updated one because I loved Face Off, and in many ways, this attraction is why I stopped watching Face Off. It continued on Sci-Fi for an additional 2 years.
I didn't know that.
And yeah, exactly. You wouldn't know that because I just stopped talking about it. I just did not care about the show at all anymore. And I was really, really disappointed in it because the whole show is about prosthetics. The whole show is about making these monsters come to life.
Right.
And we've seen so many times at Halloween Horror Nights with the team, the arts team, the creative team, really knocking it out of the park, making amazing monsters. This, they didn't have to make anything. They were given the prosthetics, they were given everything from Sci-Fi, and they still messed up.
Yeah.
They still made something, and it was the last maze ever to be in the House of Horrors, which makes the House of Horrors already have like a little bit of a tainted legacy. So, exactly. So House of Horrors, you did not go out with a bang. You went out with a little sizzle. And, I mean, I just, Face Off in the flesh, after 6 years, still makes me very upset. So.
What a coincidence. My number 4 most disappointing maze goes to Face Off.
Oh my god! Oh!
Because I completely agree with you. Oh my god. This maze was supposed to be amazing. And I say supposed to.
Supposed to!
Because they were promoting this as, you know, the show in real life. And I was like, yo, the makeup, the art is gonna be insane. But when I can see your actor's skin, not around the eyes, because obviously I understand that eyes is a hard part to cover up, but when I can see like their outer of their eye and like some of their cheek and their collar and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, but did you really try? You know, it seems harsh to say, but if you're going to promote a maze that's all about intense makeup for this kind of stuff, it's got to be on point.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and so that's why it comes in at number 4, because you promised us something that you did not deliver upon.
Ooh, I like that.
My number 4 is not Face Off because I did not start going
That's
to the
right.
event
You
until
started
later.
the following year.
Right.
That's right.
But this one we're just gonna go back to 2019. This is at Knott's Pumpkin Eaters.
Ooh.
Now, Pumpkin Eaters, here's the thing. We went through it, I believe it was just once. It was just once we went through it. It was towards the end of the night. And to me, it just lacked scare actors, lacked scares, lacked just set design a little bit.
I would argue with that.
Yeah, I would-
I like the hate part.
Yeah,
The
the hate part was
really
good.
cool.
Yeah, the hate part. I really like the hate part. It smelled good too over there.
It smelled really
good.
But in terms
but
of it being scary,
honestly, there were when we went through the hay area, it seemed like there were just
it was just hay.
3 scare actors, and that's about it.
Yeah, and we understand that sometimes it's a shift change or something like that. But man, at this maze just kind of seemed empty. Like,
Yeah, really, really empty. So
And it was its last year, I think.
No,
it's not its
Pumpkin
last year. It
Eater's
should
coming
be its last year after that experience. Damn.
I really like the scare zone.
I'll see you next year.
Can we
Pumpkin
just do just remove any scare actors just going through it?
Yo,
just to go through it.
If you get an upgrade, Pumpkin Devour,
Oh, there we go.
Knots, hit me up.
You know, because
Extra pumpkin.
I feel like the scare zone that surrounded it was really nice.
Oh yeah, because
It was-
yeah.
That worked really well. The hollow worked
The hollow's
really well.
so good.
It's amazing.
It's fun.
So
The hollow
that's why
smokes.
I think when we were going through the maze, I was expecting the
Yeah,
exact
same quality.
same kind of quality.
Yeah.
Did not get it.
So, back to Horror Nights.
Aha!
My third most disappointing maze of all time. And no, this does not have to do with the death that occurred. Goes to none other than House of 1,000 Corpses. 2019.
2019, okay.
Not any of the previous ones, but 2019. Now, there was so much potential for House of 1,000 Corpses. It's been a fan favorite since, it first came to HHN. And, this maze is particularly special because it's got ties, it's got roots with the filming and the event itself, you know? They correlate very much if you know the history of HHN and House of 1,000 Corpses. Now, it just seems like if they saved all their black walls from all the other mazes, they put it in House of 1,000 Corpses. Because my word, were there so many black walls.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a little heated because look.
Do it. It's only number 3, but let's do it.
Look, the thing was, it started off strong. It started off really cool at the gas station, in the museum. But then it's like black wall here, black wall there, black wall, black wall, black wall. And the thing that pissed me off the most was Ear Rabbit was in complete darkness.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds cool, but when I can see the wall,
Right.
and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this.
No, and I think the problem is the scare actors were in the wall, or that main scene right there. You know, he's standing over a black bar, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing
That
else.
is it.
Also, for those eagle-eyed people that went through House of 1,000 Corpses, did you guys notice that there's a room that's completely black right before you get to Dr. Satan? And for some reason, in an all-black wall room, there's a piece of fencing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what is this here for?
Yeah.
What?
Theming.
Yes. The fence to hell.
I will tell you guys that I'm not surprised that you guys put it on your list.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, okay. Or did you
Because
mention
I
it?
also
I
did
just I didn't care enough for this maze to even put it on my list.
You didn't even go through it. No?
I did go through
Did
it.
you
I
go
went through
through
it
it?
twice with you guys. I just didn't care.
Oh.
I did not like the movie, so I didn't expect
the movie.
much.
They
from
didn't
it.
like the movie.
I didn't like the movie going through it. I was like, all right.
I think what killed it was there was no Rainn Wilson mermaid,
Yeah.
as I asked for.
Yep.
Number 3, we're taking it back to Horror Nights 2017, Ash versus Evil Dead.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Are you serious?
I totally forgot about
You
Ash.
forgot about that?
Man.
Let me remind you about this beautiful treat that we got.
Oh, wow. I don't remember it being bad. Care to enlighten me?
This maze, it was sort of like House of a Thousand Corpses. It started off strong. We started off going through Ashy Slashy's RV.
Yeah, his RV.
Right,
yeah.
we go through that.
Then we're in the curtains.
Then we go through the and then once we get around the corner, boom, black wall. And then you're like, okay, that's okay. Ash comes out, then you go around again, boom, black wall.
Fine.
The vines came in. Ashy Slashies was fighting one of the, what is it, like a walker? What the hell are they?
The Deadites.
Deadites.
But it wasn't a Deadite, it was a demon.
Yeah.
That the lady gives birth to.
And they're just fighting in black walls and black walls and black walls and black walls and black walls.
So you're saying there were black walls?
I think there were black walls.
But that was the year of black.
That was the year of black walls, but I think that had the most black walls in any of them. And if I remember,
I don't know. I thought Roanoke had more black walls.
no, Roanoke had a lot of theming.
Roanoke had dark brown walls.
Because it was dark. You were in a tunnel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was themed.
It was themed
sure.
black
It's
walls.
not a black wall if it's dirt and texture.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right? There's a
no, that
difference.
don't count. That don't
Okay,
count.
okay,
Yeah,
fair
exactly.
Alright. Number 3. Saw.
Ooh, which one?
2018
Whoa.
Saw.
Was that Game On?
That I don't remember.
I think it was
what- Game Over. It was Saw Game
Be
Over.
Game On.
It was supposed to be this celebration of all the Saw kills, all
That's right.
everything coming together.
It sucks.
And there were some great kills. If you could see them through the strobe effect. I was in so much pain because of the strobe lights. There was also the terrible smell from the scene that's in the first movie where it's the game over. No! And slamming the door.
Okay, but was it as bad as...
I would say it was bad
as American Horror Story?
because it wasn't just in that spot. You smelled it from the beginning, but even before
you're
entering
right,
that
you're
scene,
right, yeah.
and then after that scene where the fake rubber
Right.
blades and the flash. Oh, I hate
Oh,
it.
can we quickly talk about that? The whole the chains or the chainsaws are going and then like they're being pulled in.
Yeah.
And we see there's this one time we look to the right and the girl's just going looking at us.
She was like, hey, what's up?
I hated that overall sensory overload of a garbage experience. Honestly, Saw can go to hell. I'm done with the Saw experience. I don't want to see another
I'll
Saw.
tell you this, if you couldn't afford EDC tickets,
That was it.
That was it. That was it.
just wear headphones as you're going through and just bump.
Because you get Saw and then you got Toxic Tunnel too. Come on.
That's right. That was the
that was the first year.
Toxic
No,
Tunnel?
it was
the
Toxic
first year.
Toxic
First
Tunnel.
year.
Toxic 666 Tunnel,
Not this
or next year's Toxic 666
And then in 2040.
No, it's Tox
Alright.
Square Tunnel. Talk to the power of 10
There
tunnel.
we go.
My number 2.
Yes.
Horror Nights,
Oh, no.
2018.
Oh no.
Horrors of Blumhouse.
Horrors?
2.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Don't do it to him.
Port. Yes, sir. That maze was a shit.
That was
massive dude.
horrible. Yeah, that was bad.
That was big.
Wow.
That was bad.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that one at all.
Okay, so what disappointed me the most was the whole storyline with the girl.
Yeah.
Because how
hyped up.
how it was hyped up
It really was.
it was the beginning of every Blumhouse movie. You see this girl in the corner, the floating chair, all that stuff, and really it just turned out to be
First of all, there wasn't a floating chair.
there was no floating chair, and I talked about, and I remember I was like,
Spinning floating
I was
chair.
hoping to see a spinning floating chair. This girl was disgusting looking, not even scary, just straight up disgusting. The mask was garbage. The
Yeah.
devil was garbage. It was like a dude in a morph suit with a mask on. Yeah, disappointed, very disappointed. We would come out just
Awesome, man.
Good shit. Good shit.
Good showmanship.
So yeah, that's my number 2.
Well, for my number 2,
Yeah.
turn around. Look at what you see.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing, because we're talking about Stranger Things 2 from 2019. There was nothing. In your face is nothing.
Absolutely
there was
nothing.
What was this? What was this? It was
a story that I wanted to end.
Yeah, it was. It
actually
ended.
wanted
It
it to
ended
end.
before it could start because there was two actors this entire maze. One playing Winona Ryder's the mom.
Shout out Winona Ryder.
Shout out Winona Ryder, the queen of Halloween. I mean, you queen,
Truly.
baby. All right, and then there was an actor who was playing Will on the floor.
Shout out Noah Schnapps.
Noah, you're the queen, baby. And I think, I'm sorry, there was more than that because there was also the people who were supposed to be a part of Hawkins' lab that were just going, ooh, with your light.
Oh my god, I remember that.
There's this scene, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it was a reality then.
Hey, tell him. Tell him.
There was, after you go through the exact same hallway from the year before, instead it doesn't have the Christmas lights with the run, but it has the map of Hawkins, right? By the way, that's the only time you see Bob is on the floor, dying.
Dead.
Why the hell would you give that hero, that scene is a puppet. We get a puppet that's supposed to be Will Byers, and in the background, it looks like it was paper mache. I don't even want to talk about it.
It was
the
god.
mind flare.
No, the mime cotton ball.
The mind cotton ball. I don't even want to believe that that's actually what we went through. I want to believe that we were so tired from that night, doing interviews and doing all this,
Right,
that I
was
imagined
so
that. I
first
don't want to
thinking about
believe
it.
it. I don't want to believe it. That was so... I hated that. I hated all of that.
My number 2 has actually already been said on this list, but I have different feelings on it. Now, Tim, I think you're gonna have a little support when we fight John Cook together because
Just freaking do it.
my number 2 goes to Intrepid. Because
freaking do it.
what? What? Oh my god! Look. Now look, John. Let it be real quick, alright?
Hubby, please.
I get it. I'll tell you this, it looks amazing.
It does.
I'll tell you this, your set design is incredible. But where are the scares?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the scares? The thing is,
fun just to go around.
Intrepid.
Yeah, but we're not paying to
Exactly.
have go around.
We're not paid to have fun.
No,
Is that
it's
what you're
to
about
have
to
fun,
say?
but also to get scared.
I'm paying to have some skid marks on my underwear. That's what I'm paying for. All right? Because Intrepid, the first time, and I'm counting Intrepid. Both times that I've gone is one.
Yeah, me too.
Because the first time I went, literally went 5 or however long that maze is. It was like
It was
easily
long,
3-4 minutes
Yeah.
Long maze.
without being scared.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I missed a scare, but oh my! And the inside of the cave where the beak doctor's at, dude looked at me and went. I was like, that's not what you're supposed to say to me, dude. You're supposed to be like, oh my god, this maze infuriates me because it's still at the event. There's still a big line for it, and you got the stupid every time you're waiting in line.
How's it go?
Intrepid needs to go, or John Cook, you gotta put more scare actors in there.
Yeah, that's
Because it's pretty, yes,
It's
but
very
it's
pretty.
not scary. The only update that was actually kind of cool was in the church scene. Now the dudes do parkour over the
seats,
yeah, what do they call them? The
church seats.
yeah, what do you call church seats?
Church
Pews.
seats. Oh.
They do parkours over the pews now. But
pews.
other than that, boy, I swear to God, me and you, we gonna double team you.
Oh god.
I know you're gonna beat
People
us up.
suplex the
Yeah, I know.
shit out of
He's
us.
gonna Batista bomb both of us, but let it still stand that Intrepid, you've pissed me off.
So my number 1, and it has been mentioned on this list, and I don't understand how Thomas could give it number 2. But Stranger Things season 2 and 3. Oh my god, what?
That's right.
Another crap.
Season 3 as well.
Another crap.
That's right. I
We
forgot
got-
about that.
I
Do you want to talk about what they had in season 3?
We had hand puppets. Literal hand puppets that would sometimes whack you in the face if you got lucky. Well, I've heard multiple.
That's something.
At least you had something.
I got some.
We got a dirty Q-tip to look at. We've got a wheel mask that just looked awful as hell. My God.
It didn't make sense either because it was Will with the sludge from the first season at the end of the first season. And the second season and the third, he got no sludge. So it makes sense.
I was really disappointed in the Demodogs. And I think what disappoints me really much, that hurts the soul, right? Is that Universal's such a big company and has done a lot with special effects, screen work, visual effects.
Like
and yeah, we get that one scene where you're walking around the house and you see the background, the visual effects of the upside down of the thing coming. But that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that that's where all the money went, was to that one big thing, that and the Q-tip thing. And what hurt also was always coming out of that maze. Or coming out of that maze once and seeing
we didn't do it multiple times.
people waiting 2.5 hours for
gosh,
that. 2.5 hours.
It was even more than that.
And you don't want to go, guys, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
You don't want to say that. You really don't.
Because again, everybody's entitled to their own
Maybe
opinion.
Exactly.
should have.
But maybe we should have.
we should have.
That and then also, just watching Orlando's maze, it just also hurt a little bit more. It was just, I kept getting stabbed, dude.
Because Mystery and I watched it because Horror Nights in Orlando opened a week before it did here.
Yeah.
So Mystery and I watched that particular walk. We said we were only going to watch that one.
Of the sharing mazes.
Yeah. And so we watched that and we're like, oh, damn,
I was
this
like,
is actually
wow,
pretty
we
cool.
can't wait. This is going to be awesome. So yeah, that's my number one.
So my number one, you ranked it way too low, bro.
Whoa.
Shadowlands. Our entire experience
Lord.
was Shadowlands.
Oh, don't do it to us.
So here's the
don't do it to
problem
me.
that I've seen with certain properties. Shadowlands live by the sword, die by the sword. It's supposed to be this purgatory for samurais. Okay, problems already, right? Where you're in Orange County, majority of your population is not Japanese, so you're gonna have to work with whatever actors you get, right? But when I see a white girl, who also none of the women are ever scary in that maze, so come at me with her fan and go konnichiwa. That's problematic in so many ways, and the fact that it came back multiple times meant that Knots did not understand how this was problematic, or maybe they did, and that's why it's no longer coming. It had one of the coolest effects of any park that we've ever gone to, with the fact that the lunging samurais. I just wish I could have seen it. Because here's the thing, it's cool to have this idea of like a mist, right? Like when we see it in movies, you're in this purgatory state, there's a mist and everywhere. Oh, but the thing is about those movies, the mist is either CGI or it's also well lit with some backlight. There was no light in Shadowlands, so I don't see anything. I don't see the samurai lunging at me. I just see someone.
In Shadowlands' defense, they do say shadow.
That's true. So yeah,
So-
all you're gonna see are
is shadow.
But the structure of that maze, both years, you don't know where the hell you go. So the number of times that I would actually walk in where the scare actor is coming from, where the monster is supposed to be, and just see, so this is where fascinating, so that's where the switch is. But that's not what I'm supposed to be doing there. How about the effects? Oh god, where the samurai cuts off the head, and it's like that's all. Oh, Shadowlands was terrible. Shadowlands was a terrible experience because this was our first maze that we ever did.
Yeah, you're right.
No. It was our
No.
second maze. Our
No,
first
because
maze
we
was
did
Dark
Dark
Ride.
Ride, and that
Dark
was
Ride was
cool.
amazing. We were on such a
Yeah,
high. Then we
Dark
did
Ride
Shadowlands,
slaps.
and Shadowlands was terrible. And I'm glad that it is gone. Live by the sword, die by the sword, stay dead, Shadowlands.
Okay, so we've reached number 1.
Yes, we have.
And I decided to go last because I've got some things to say about this
Tell him.
this maze.
You tell him, boy.
Okay. LA Haunted Hayride. Now I get it, LA Haunted Hayride. They've been going through some changes, you know, with 13th Door and John Cook and everything like that. Now
growing.
Now they're growing. They've got some good things on there. They've got the LA Haunted Hayride.
Yeah, they got the hair.
They've got that trick or treat.
They've got some small mazes that are pretty cute.
Yeah, they're nice.
I'll tell you this. I'll
Good
tell you
intro.
this.
They work.
They've got some good small mazes, but I'll tell you this.
Oh no.
What do you want to tell them?
There is a maze
Oh
at LA Haunted Hayride
Oh my god.
that made me disappointed
Oh, no.
to be just a horror fan because it
Yeah.
was not scary. It was boring.
No.
That is true.
Dear God, this needs to go.
Don't talk
And I'm
about it.
talking about
Don't talk about it.
roadkill.
Oh my
land.
god, I can't.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Tell me it was just a nightmare.
LA Haunted Hayride. Look at me. I'm talking to you as a person right now. I'm talking to you
Oh
as a
god.
person. What the hell was that? What the
We've gone
hell
off rails,
It
guys.
didn't happen.
was that?
It didn't happen. It was all in your dreams.
We're a group of like 6 or 7 people going into a maze. We're thinking we're gonna
About
get
9, actually.
About 9. We're thinking we're about to get some good spooks. Tell me why we went through 5 minutes of that maze with nothing happened. We got lost. We talked to the monsters. That whatever the hell that hay bale parkour map was, awful.
Yeah.
This maze needs to go immediately. If there was ever a time for me to say the word trash,
You tell them.
this is it. LA Haunted Hayride, I'm super sorry to say this to you because I feel like you have a lot of potential.
Yeah, they do.
But
You got
first things
potential, you got
first,
potential.
you gotta cut that tumor, that cancerous tumor that is Roadkill Ranch.
Use the
Yeah.
C word.
No, it
Doo-doo.
needs to go. Dude, we got blinded in that maze. Literally blinded.
hated that.
That was like
That was awful.
Toxic Tunnel on steroids.
And I'm
That was
sorry.
soft.
Yeah, that was soft.
I am sorry for the actors that had to work in there. I get it. Scare acting's hard.
What actors?
You right.
Oh, that's
You
true.
right.
What actors? There were like 3. And there you have it. That was our top 5 most disappointing mazes of any haunt event of all time.
Yeah.
Whew, that was a journey, right? But I feel good.
I feel cleansed.
That was
Feel
that-
cleansed.
that was
Hopefully none of
therapeutic.
you feel like you want to kill us or...
Yo, John Cook's like, oh, it's go time.
No, but we hope that you guys got to agree with us. If you didn't, let us know how bad of, or maybe what are some of your favorite
Yeah.
horror mazes that were
What
just
do
not
you
good.
consider?
Your favorite
Awful.
horror mazes that weren't good.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you like from our list that, no, it was bad? So just let us know in the comments that you liked it, and we'll tell you, no, that was a terrible idea that you have, that you think you like it. No, you don't. You need to check yourself, dude, because
Before you riggedy wreck yourself.
you're riggedy wrecking yourself right now. Anyway, this was fun. I enjoyed
This
it.
was
Let's do it again next year, right? Let's see if we can just update it every year. I think that'd be fun.
I'm down.
Okay. Well, of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to TLEV Horror and subscribe to our other channel, TLEV Media, and our other one, TLEV Pops. All the descriptions are in the all the links are in the description down below.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to follow us all on Instagram and Twitter, all of our information is down there. Follow our account, TLEV Media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And always remember, horror fans do it best. Bye!